Greetings, race fans, and welcome once again to Asphalt Outlaws Racing, where this is the first race of 2023. Welcome back, guys. It's the winning bid 125 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Well, I tell you, time to get back into it, folks. And the guys at AOR, they are ready to get going here. And before we get much further, though, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors and thank them for their support. And that, of course, would be Sonic Racing Chassis, the winning bid Diecast Auctions, and HCK Beagles. And I'll tell you, man, we got a good race out here for you tonight. And I tell you, it's a really beautiful weather out there in Phoenix. 73-degree air temperature. Winds are only 2 miles an hour. And see, they're running the 70% fuel, 4 tires. That's what they usually do, 70% 4 tires. They have the one fast repair. They have actually, I think it's 3 chances at green-white checker. And the stage break tonight should be at lap 50 of 132 scheduled laps. So as always, if you enjoy the broadcast, please take a moment to hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell if you want to know every time we go live. And we have a few minutes left before we get down to qualifying. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the points right now before we go any further. Now, Mark Beverly, he's still leading by a little bit over Jody Banfield. Dougie Higgins Jr. third. Kevin Winker in that 4th position. Joe Yates is 5th. Then we have Eric Hagdell in the 6th spot. Nathan Somerville is 7th. Nathan Bogart 8th. Michael Newman is 9th. And Richard Holland, he rounds out your top 10. Now, the cutoff for the playoffs is 15th. And Haas Beverly, right now, he is on the bubble. He's ahead of Keith Prince by a single solitary point. So, you know, and all those guys that are close to the bubble there, you know every single race is going to be extremely important. And so they definitely want to get in there as much as they can and scroll on down and see where your favorite driver is located in the standings. And that's everybody there. So yeah, we have a few more minutes to go. Let's see who's on track. There's Dougie Higgins Jr. He's currently showing 3rd quickest right now, 26.931. And boy, look at the wow, look at over half the field. Boy, I'd say, well, even in the top 6 or 7, less than 0.2 of a second separate them, and especially the top 5. Eric Hagdell, he's in the top 5 there, and less than right about 0.05 of a second. And Hagdell, he just dropped down to about 1/10 though. It was 5 at first, but boy, the top 4, like there's Keith Prince, and his personal best lap there, 26.934. man, only 0.05 of a second off of Cody Terlinde, who is currently quickest in the time charts there. Boy, I tell you, this could be some very tight racing out here tonight. I know that's only a hot lap, but still. But as a matter of fact, that's what we'll do is we'll go and take a look at their last lap times, and now some of that, you know, folks coming in and out, get like the first coming out of the pits and stuff. See a lot of 27.3s, see 26.9, 27.5s. So it is a bit of a mixture, but it could be a big battle for the pole position here. If they're that tight, once we go into qualifying, the way those top 4 or 5 are, man, that could, I mean, just really be super tight. Trying to see who would get the top position for the start of the race. There's Mark Beverly, 9th quickest, 27.095. Nathan Somerville right now is in the 11th spot. He's 27.124. And just ahead of him was Kevin Winker. He's right now in the top 10 on the charts, 27.101. And you know, make sure you check out the links in the description, you know, for our sponsors, and we also have a live timing and scoring in there as well. So that'll show you a lot of great information as the race unfolds. Haas Beverly, currently 14th quickest, 27.179. And a few more folks. Nice field out here. 24 trucks are in the server here. There's Will Rhino, he's currently 19th quickest, 27.322. Bill Hale's 18th fastest, 27.264. Oh, and they had a little getting together there. And hope they get all that out their system now in practice, and before we go green. So before we roll into the qualifying, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. And you're watching Asphalt Outlaws Racing here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we are back here for Asphalt Outlaw Racing, and the server has just rolled over, and we're getting ready to get into qualifying. And waiting for some guys to come out on track. I see a few guys coming out. There's Nicholas Lawrence. He's out already. Getting ready to put a time on the board here. Driving into that setting sun. Boy, that could be a real challenge this time of day. Wow, that sun is going to be coming right at them. And he crosses the line. Let's see if that was his first time lap or was he just starting. That's the start of his first time lap there. Keep an eye on the timing tower. There may be somebody out there that will cross the line before he does. It's all happening virtually here. Everyone's literally on the track at the same time. From their perspective, they're out there all alone. And Gates beat him across the line there. He's fifth quickest, the 27.517. Joe Yates on provisional pole with that 26.963. William Kern currently P2, 27.028. And Jody Banfield, boy, you know he's super strong. He's third quickest right now, 27.090. I don't know if I just saw him touch the wall or not. You know, if they touch the wall, then that immediately that just eliminates the lap time. Unless they've got the scrutiny turned off or turned down. I'm not sure if that affects that or not. I know they used to cancel out the lap times because you can't adjust how strict the qualifying is. He's still third quickest. I think they're only allowed like 2 hot laps. Keith Prince is 7th. And Nathan Somerville in that 5th position right now, 27.096. Trying to see if he can move up the order here. As he comes around, and let's see if he improves his time. Unfortunately not. That was 27.197, his second hot lap there. Nathan Bogart's right now sitting P10 at the moment with a 27.265. Looking to see if he can move up a little closer to the front here. He crosses the line, and he does improve to P8, 27.211. And it's showing 0 time on the board. So we're going to go ahead and pause for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 in North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back here for the winning bid 125. Trucks are starting to come out onto pit road. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that starting lineup. On the pole, we have Joe Yakes, Richard Holland starting in that second position. Eric Hegdal will be third. William Kern in the fourth spot. Fifth is Jody Banfield. Sixth is Nathan Somerville. Then we have Mark Beverly seventh. Don Sciolino eighth. Michael Newman starting ninth. Will Rhino rounding out your top 10. Then in the 11th position, we have Nathan Bogart. Keith Prince in that 12th spot. 13th is Evan Schilling. Then we have Jesse Calloway 14th. Haas Beverly in the 15th spot. Nicholas Lawrence 16th. In 17th, we have Jesse Wise. Cody Talindi 18th. Charles Van Schaik 19th. Dougie Higgins Jr. rounds out the top 10. Now, starting with Charles there, these guys, they did not put out a qualifying time. So let's see, 21st position, Bill Hales. Kevin Winker will start 22nd position. Rick LePage 23rd. And Tyler Beverly starting shotgun on the field in the 24th position. We're waiting for everybody to come out. Joe Yates will be leading them to the green flag. Getting ready for, well, it'll be a dash to that lap 50 stage break. Then on to complete the rest of the 132 scheduled laps for this evening. And of course, we say scheduled, you know, green and white checkers, it is always a chance that that is going to pop up. And so we'll see what happens. And I think they might be getting ready to roll out. It looked like one or two people might still be waiting for them to get into the server. And somebody might be missing the start, but the pace truck is rolling off. It almost looked like they had an empty spot there. Will Rhino is showing in the pits. Cody Talindi, I don't know if he had connection issues or not. He's not showing anywhere, as a matter of fact, right now. So hopefully those guys can get in here. So making their way around now. Coming around, and pace truck is on pit road. Hey, we got a green flag and we are racing here at Phoenix. And Yates, you see how some guys went down in the dog leg, and it was such a wide angle there. And attempting to try to see if you can gain a position there. Hegel in that second spot, Richard Holland the third. 35 machine on the high side there as they race down into, what is that? This track always confuses me. That's 3 and 4, I guess, and this is a dog leg here. They reconfigured it, actually. It's not where it used to be. You know, everything is a little different now. In fact, on what's now considered the back stretch, it used to be the front stretch. Right about here, they would have been coming out of what I guess would have been considered turn 4. And but now it's basically just a back stretch, and now it's like 3 and 4 here. And Yates, he's right there in the lead with the Hegel in the second spot. Oh, we got a caution. I think I saw somebody. There's some trucks all over the place back here. Nathan Somerville. There he is. Not sure if he doesn't look like I see too much damage or anything. Truck seems to be okay. I think there might have been some other folks involved here. Let's go see if we can go back and see. And initially, it looked like it involved Nathan and possibly Mark Beverly here. Let's go back at the replay, have a look here, see what we can see here. And Somerville, he's in that number 28 truck on the high side there. And Mark, he's in the 13 machine. He's not even in the picture right now. I don't know. Let's see where he's up there ahead. He's in that blue and white truck, just going out of the picture to the left. We're going his roof cam, and I wonder if he got some. No, nobody's close to him there. Who knows? He might have just lost it going through the turn. Oh, there's Beverly. He's already spinning. Yeah, and that's what happened. So Mark Beverly is already trying to hold on to that spinning car, and he does collect Nathan Somerville, and nothing either one of them can really do about that. I think that was the number 9 there. Jesse Calloway just did squeak by. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. So caution here on lap number 4. Somerville making his way down pit road. Well, a lot of folks are coming down, tell you the truth. Good portion of the field is coming in. But Jesse Calloway making his way around. See, Beverly, he's making his way in. You see a little damage on that left side where that's where they had the collision. You got T-Bone there. Rick LePage, he's getting to his pit box there. A lot of folks in. Somerville's now just getting around. Is he getting pushed? Okay. It almost like he was getting pushed. Does he have power? And he looks like he is barely moving, folks. He might have been getting pushed. Try to help him get to his pit box. Hope he can make it there. He is just inching along here. Oh man, this is things are not starting off too good here for the 28, and looks like he made it. Oh, that wasn't his pit box. Or maybe that was his pit box. He might have got his flash of fuel or something, or used a fast repair. But he's racing once again. Mark Beverly, he's making his way off of pit road. Good to see those two going again. Jesse Weiss right behind him there. And there's Kevin Winker now just getting to his pit box. Didn't look like he had to use a fast repair. I do believe they only have the one. And boy, I tell you, it's going to be a long night if you have to use it this early in the race. Hopefully, no one has had to actually use it yet. Mark Beverly may have had to use his. So we'll just have to see what happened there. So Yates, he continues to be your leader here. They go down the backstretch. Pace truck is in. So they're getting ready to get the green flag here. Now that's a long pit road. Just like I said, it was the track was reconfigured. You can see that originally that was the front stretch, and that's where all the pits used to be. So they have to come all the way around here, and now they're going into like 3 and 4 in the
green flag.
There we go, got the green flag, and Yates drops the hammer, and he is on his way. Trying to make a nice little getaway there. And boy, look at Jody Banfield. He is drawing a bead on the number 87 already. He's got Eric Hegel right there behind him. But boy, they're ready to get after Joe Yates now for that lead position. Phoenix, a relatively flat track. It's a little bit of banking, but you don't get a whole lot of help. Nothing like a lot of the other regular oval tracks. Just a few degrees of banking to help them out. And he's continuing to stay in that second position. Fields getting along nicely here. There's Will Rhino in the 13th position. Boy, somebody's up against the wall there. Who was that? That was the 8 there, Nicholas Lawrence. Oh, he got a little close to, didn't see who that was. He got close to it. Luckily, they didn't have a coming together. Nicholas fighting some traffic right now. Let's see, there's Dougie Higgins Jr. He's right now P9 at the moment. So everybody is just trying to get their feet up under them here and get themselves kind of sorted out, get this race underway. And Cody Terlindi is showing as retired. So unfortunately, we do have one retirement. Yates, he's opened up that gap to about 0.2 of a second there. Banfield, Hagel, Michael Newman in that 4th position. They're still trying to hang in there with the 87. So far, so good for everybody. You can see they really are starting to spread out a little bit now. Let's look a little further back. There's Evan Schilling in the 7th position. Number 18 truck there. And it's Bill Hales in the 8th spot. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make a move on the 53. If you can get close enough, they go down through the dog leg. It wasn't close enough to really try to make a pass there. He gets really high. I mean, be careful. The 35 Richard Holland III will be right in the position to make a move there. Oh man, that's a cool helmet. Goose from Top Gun. I just noticed that. Nice paint job there, Richard. Running along in the top 10. Yates, he's continuing to hold that 0.2 of a second gap there. Eric Hegel. Now he's losing a little ground now, just about a second behind Banfield. You see the gap right there. And right now it's a 2-horse fight. And look at the difference in the racing line. How Joe Yates goes deep into the dog leg, and Jody Banfield electing to just stay on the regular racing surface. And that's such a different line there. And you can look at it. Well, it didn't gain Yates much to take that line, and Banfield, on the other hand, apparently didn't lose anything by remaining where he was. But I guess it's whatever each driver likes, whatever feels the most comfortable for them. Of course, now sometimes they may even do that for other reasons as well. So you go into a turn a certain way, and the driver behind you knows that, you know, if you go in and hit an apex a certain way, that truck or car, whatever it is definitely going to move up the track. You can't change the laws of physics. So something's going to happen, and you can't just put yourself in a bad position when you're trying to pass someone. So they're really starting to step away from the rest of the field. There's Michael Newman in the 4th spot. He's trying to hold on to Hegel there. John Sciolino in that 5th position. And Keith Prince trying to get up there and put a little bit more pressure on that 33 truck. We're 17 laps in already. And the field is going along nicely here. Everybody's strung out pretty good. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Jesse Calloway, Van Shake, Nathan Bogart right there on the 36 truck. Right ahead of him, Calloway in that 9. They're having a nice little battle there. Will Ryan in front of him, Charles Van Shake right behind him. The 9's trying to get up under the 17, trying to see if he can get a little closer there. Van Shake is right there to pounce should one of those guys make a mistake. And speaking, okay, for a minute I was looking at I thought they were at a different part of the track. When they go down through that dog leg, it looks like somebody just got loose. If you didn't realize what part of the track they're on, it looks like they were just about to lose it. But that's how severe that cut is when you go down into the dog leg, and you can really see it demonstrated there by the trucks that do stay up running the regular line around the track, the regular portion of the racetrack, that is. There's William Kern. He's taking that more traditional line. Nathan Summerville had those problems. He's back there in that 20th position, and boy, he's got a lot of work to do. He may be just laying back and just trying to get to the end of the stage. We're only 20 laps in, though, so they do have a ways to go. Your leader, Joe Yates, put another 10th or 2 between him and Jody Banfield. Now it's about 0.4 of a second, and Banfield trying to hang on. We got a truck on pit road. That's the 00. I'm sorry, the 69 there, Jesse Weiss, making his way down pit road. And we'll see if he's done. Now he just comes to a stop there at his pit box. And it looks like it was a splash of fuel there for the 69, 4.4 seconds down and away. And let's see, now he's in the 23rd position. We'll see, and he's probably going to end up going a lap down because the leaders, there they are right there, right behind them. And this is sort of like a short track, basically. But it depends on how quickly he gets up to speed. He might be able to stay ahead of Yates and Banfield, although it was just a fuel stop, so he still has the same tires. And so his pace may not be enough to keep the leaders. You can see they're less than a straightaway behind him. In fact, it's 2.8 seconds, but right now he's kind of holding that gap between him and the leaders. In fact, it's actually growing. And Joe Yates, he doesn't have much pressure now at all from Jody Bantam, not at this point anyway. So he should probably be okay. Lights now coming on around the track as the sun is now set. Racing into the twilight here. A little further back, there's Dougie Higgins Jr. In the 6th position. They are a bit spread out here. Watching the battle in front of him there between Newman and Prince. And looks like nobody in the top 5 has opted to pit at all. No, they didn't pit during that caution. And I think there may have only been maybe a couple of folks that might have done a green flag pit stop. Is everybody? I think everybody's actually everybody is on the lead lap except for Jesse Weiss. So he must have been the only guy that came down to do a green flag pit stop at this point in the race. Newman there trying to hold off the 3 there, Keith Prince. And they're actually staying quite close together there now. Everybody, it's really cool to see those different lines and what works for one guy versus what works for the other. But whatever it is they're doing, it's definitely keeping them close. Now lap 29, so before too long here. We're getting ever closer to that stage break. That gap now, 1.6 seconds for Joe Yates. So yeah, he's feeling pretty good out there right now. Banfield, he's comfortably in the 2nd position himself, 2.4 seconds ahead of Eric Hegel. Hegel, he's the one that's got all the company. He's got the rest of the gang right there behind him. He doesn't have nearly as comfortable a position at the moment. Michael Newman right there on his tail. But he's getting into the corners there good. Might be braking a little bit harder. You saw Newman really, I don't know if Newman had to get out of it or not, but it looked like he really closes in on corner entry. Depending, I think I would say down there like going into 3 here. Let's watch him as he goes down here and see if he gets a little bit quicker entry into the corner. This time it wasn't as much. So he might be laying off here just a little bit. Because that's one thing about following the guy. You can follow him for laps and laps and laps and studying where you think you're stronger than he is. You don't necessarily have to make your move right away. Because you may establish exactly where you want to try to make a move here. Well, right now, it seems like it's business as usual. There's Nathan Somerville, and he does get the position there from Nicholas Lawrence, so move him up to the 15th position. Lawrence trying to fight back a little bit, but looks like Somerville's going to hold on to the spot. Yep, so now put him in that 15th position. Gap continuing to grow at the front. 2 seconds now for Yates ahead of Banfield. And Banfield himself also enjoying a nice 2-second gap there, almost 3 there. I think it's, 2.6 seconds between him and Eric Hagel. So everybody, they're making their way along. Newman there, right behind him there. This whole group right here is Schilling. That's the top 7 there. You can even see it on the track map. There's a bit of a gap between them and then 8th and 9th position. That's Charles Van Schaick and Bill Hales in the number 53 truck. And then there's a little bit more gap between them and 10th place John Sciolino. He's kind of like in no man's land. There's nobody really close behind him. But so he's running in a bit of clean air himself, hanging in that top 10 position. Yates continues to stretch out that lead, 2.4 seconds. Boy, that truck is on a rail. And he's coming up on, looks like that's the 69 of Jesse Weiss. He might lose another lap here. He's already 1 lap. As a matter of fact, the only truck that's a lap down. So no matter how many laps he goes down, he'll still be the lucky dog as long as he's not involved in any kind of incident. And we're just making our way ever closer to the end of that 50-lap stage. I think Wise, he's trying his best to stay ahead of the leader. And Joe Yates, who knows, he might be trying to pass him, or he might figure, hey, you know what, he's already 1 lap down, so he's not a threat. So why kill my tires trying to pass him? And I'll just keep doing what I'm doing here because my gap is pretty strong between me and Banfield. So the fact that it could be a different story if Banfield was right on his tail. He might have to be getting down with it a little bit harder, and that means that they might be drawing in on the 69 a little quicker. But who knows, perhaps for Jesse Weiss, that's not the case. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's 35, Richard Holland. Trying to catch Nathan Bogart there in the 14th position. And still no one's opting to pit yet. Now, we're on lap 40. It'll be interesting if someone comes in and pits before the stage break. Because sometimes when you see guys do that, they'll pit just a handful of laps before the stage break is over. But so far, we don't see any takers going down on the pit road. Like Higgins Jr. getting up close and personal with the 3. Boy, here comes Charles Van Schaick. He's right on the bumper of the 41. They're about to dice it up here now, folks. Doug is trying to find a way past Keith Prince. Boy, I tell you, Charles Van Schaick is all over him there. Those 3, they're about to get into a fight here. Dougie Higgins might have went a little too hot there. Van Schaick is trying to make the move on the inside, but Higgins Jr. is fighting back as they go down the backstretch. So far, Charles Van Schaick not able to move into that 6th position. Definitely not for a lack of trying, though, that's for sure. And meanwhile, Keith Prince, he's seeing all that unfold behind him. And it looks like we do have somebody coming down pit road, and it's Will Rhino making his way down. This is what I was talking about. Now we're on lap 44. Leader just started lap 44. Just a handful of laps before the end of the stage. You might see a few more trucks come down pit road. So we'll see what happens here. Long pit road, especially when he had to go down almost near the front. He finally gets to his box. And look like he got right side tires. It's going to be a 4-tire stop. Yes, it is. Left side's going on. And 15 seconds flat there for the 17. And he is down and away. And let's see. That puts him in the 23rd position as he makes his way off of pit road. And he actually is now 2 laps down. So that really cost him a lot there. Joey X now getting super close to the 69 there of Jesse Weiss. And we're at lap 46. I kind of get the impression that Weiss thinks that he's just kind of riding along, not making an issue of it too much. But I mean, he is definitely right there for sure. Keith Prince, he's still ahead of Van Schaik and Higgins. Van Schaik, he's got his half a truck ahead of the 41. Dougie Higgins Jr. fighting back on the outside once again, battling to keep that 6th position. He's holding on so far here. Every time Charles Van Schaik takes a peek down on that inside, Higgins is able to have enough run off the corner to claw back that position. And we're on lap 49 now. Let's see, where's your leader? He just crossed the start-finish line, and okay, no, he's still there. So Wise is still there in front of the 87. And see where they're going down the backstretch, and then I think they are cautioned. The flag will either come out on this lap or at the start of lap 51 once they've completed the actual lap number 50. So expect a caution next time around. Jesse Weiss, he is right there. Now, he only got fuel when he came in, and he's just trying to hold on. He might be able to hold on, and he'll still be on the lead. Well, it'll be a lap down, but at least it'll be only a lap down as they come to the stripe here. And that is the end of the 50-lap stage portion of the race. Jesse Wise does stay in front of Joe Yates there to remain only 1 lap down. Caution here on lap 51. So Yates, he'll come around and collect the pace car, and then we'll see a mad dash on the pit road, or should I say pace truck. Now catching up with him now at the other end of the well, actually I say the other end of the track, but this is pit road entry right here, and there he goes, making his way down on the pit road, bringing the whole gang with him. I would imagine somebody did stay out. I'm not sure who that was. We're gonna find out here in a second. And it was LePage. It was Rick LePage. So he stayed out. He's in that 21st position. So he's moving up now. Let's see. LePage, he pitted on lap 4. Now whether he got tires, now that probably was during that caution. Now he's got track position here. Yates now, tires going on. He just finished getting the right sides on. Takes that long to get around pit road just to get to your box. Somebody's about to beat him out though. That was Newman. They're all going to beat him out there. Joe Yates, he falls down the order a little bit, down to the 3rd position. So he definitely lost a couple of spots there, making his way back out of the pits. Now, one of those guys, I think it was Rick LePage, he did pit, so that moves Yates back up to the second position. Michael Newman right there in front of him, and that is the 17 there, Tyler. I'm sorry, that wasn't the 17. Who is that? Who is that in front of them? That is well, the truck says 17. That is actually, it is a 17. Okay, I must have clicked on the wrong truck here. There we go. Yeah, Will Rhino. So I imagine he'll get a wave around here now as they get the one to go. And so from here, yeah, it's just gonna be a fight to the finish. And a good portion of the field. Well, there's a lot of folks who actually had pitted twice. It's a good mixture there, to tell you the truth. Folks who pitted only one time versus the folks who have pitted 2 or more times. Weiss just exiting pit road. Tyler Beverly making his way off. Kevin Winker just coming down pit road. Now he may be coming down, the strategy thing there, maybe coming down the top off the tanks here. Try to make a nice long run here. Because I imagine he already got his tires. Bit of a long stop there for the 42. And he continues to sit on pit road. And it finally gets going. Lights are out on the pace truck. They're at the other end of the field. And Winker, he's just making his way off. He'll probably get around there in time to catch them, perhaps, if he can, once he can get clear of pit road. Finally gets to that blue cone so he can go faster than the pit road speed limit. But wow, I tell you, just as he does that, they're going through turns 3 and 4. So they're getting ready to, pace truck's already on pit road. They got the green flag and Newman is away. And boy, look at them battling behind him. Dougie Higgins Jr. there with Joe Yates. Yates on that high side, then shakedown on the low side of the 23 truck. Keith Prince in that 5th position. And Newman himself, he's up to half a second gap already on Dougie Higgins Jr. Joe Yates trying to put a little bit more pressure on the 41.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got us a caution. Let's see. And, oh man, it involved Nicholas Lawrence, I believe. Oh, there was a couple of folks there. Who was that? Was it Tyler? It was Tyler Beverly. Him and Nicholas Lawrence, actually. So it looks like it involved both of them, those two. And let's go back here with Nicholas and take a look and see. We can see what happened there. Now there's Lawrence at number 8, and Beverly, he's the number 13 truck. Let's see. Where is he? He's up there in front of Nicholas. Now he might have had something happen with him and somebody else up ahead, and Nicholas got caught up in it. Let's see what happens here. There's Nicholas, and there's I'm sorry, not Tyler. It's Nicholas and the 13 of I think it was the 13 truck, Mark Beverly. Now Lawrence, he just started spinning around on his own. Where is he does collect Tyler. Okay, it was. I'm getting my Beverlys mixed up here. I was thinking it was Mark Beverly. It was the 45 there. Ooh, and somebody that was close. He almost collected someone himself. Winker, he's definitely clear. But it looks like it was only 2 trucks really involved in that caution there. Lawrence on pit road. Winker just coming back off of pit road. Jody Banfield himself just making his way off of pit road. Jody's now back in that 20th position. We haven't really seen passing being that easy out here tonight. So the track position really could play a huge factor. But now, Jody, he's got a lot of work to do. I mean, there's still a long ways to go. But he's basically at the back of the field. He's going to have to race his way all the way through. No more stage breaks or anything like that. Newman getting ready to get going again. Well, the lights are still on the pace truck, so next time around they'll probably get the one to go. Excuse me. So that being the case, we'll go ahead and pause a moment for a break. We'll be right back. Hey, you're watching Asphalt Outlaws Racing. It's the winning bid 125 here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison.
Okay, we're racing once again here at Phoenix. Michael Newman once again trying to hold on to that lead. And boy, look at Dougie Higgins Jr. and Joe Yates. Yates trying to get up underneath the 41 if he can, just not getting close enough. Trying to see if he can work in a little bit closer. These guys are running the same type of line he was running. Going down into the dog leg there. And they're definitely, looks like they have the pace. Stay ahead of the 87 here at the moment. Nathan Somerville actually inside the top 5 there, running into 4th position. So good recovery for him there. I mean, Shake there in that 5th spot. Don Scalino is 6th. Nice battle going on there in that 7th position. Bill Hale's trying to hold on, trying to hold off Keith Prince there, who's in that 8th position. Prince was taking a little look down on that inside. Mark Beverly also moving in, just easing on into the picture there. Gap up front, Newman continues to lead. He's got 0.4 of a second on Dougie Higgins Jr. And Dougie's doing pretty good to hold off Joe Yates. Yates did put a bit of pressure on him there on the restart. But Higgins, he definitely was able to fight off the number 87. hold on to that starting position, and the gap between him and the leader there, Michael Newman, is actually growing a little bit, and we do have a caution. Caution here on lap 67. Let's see. And oh man, it involved Haas Beverly, and looks he's got a little scrape on that outside, on the right side of the truck, so he's been up against probably the outside wall there. Looks like the truck is rolling along okay. That may be the only damage that he has there. Let's go take a look and see what happened there to Haas. There he is in the 22 truck. And like I was saying, passing hasn't been the easiest thing out there tonight. And because like the track is a bit flat. Oh, and I wonder, he got really close there to the 17. They had a little coming together, and he already had the damage on the right side of the truck. So that was there from contact earlier, and he kind of just nudges up against the outside wall. So it doesn't look like anything too darn serious there for Haas. He should be okay. There's one of his boys riding on by there, the 45. That's Tyler Beverly. But yeah, Haas should be okay to continue at this point here. Making his way down pit road. Everybody else is already pitted. Well, let's see. Not everybody pitted. Dougie Higgins and company, Michael Newman, Dougie Higgins, Joe Yates, Somerville. Let's see, Bill Hales, and a whole bunch of these guys on down to P9 there. Keith Prince, Nathan Bogart, 8th place William Kern, and Richard Holland III. They all last pitted on lap 52, so they opted to stay out this time. A little track position strategizing going on here. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the stint lengths here, and you can see everybody's pretty much done in the 48 lap range there. Hegdo went a little bit longer, and Sciolino went 52 laps himself. That was like one of the longest stints, with the exception of Newman. He also went 52 laps as well. Lap 52 being the first time that he pitted. Same deal for Yates and Hales and Prince. So everybody gets themselves together here. They're making their way around. Let's see. There's Haas right there. Where's Haas at? And try to see if we can get a word with him. Maybe how things are going on. Let me see if I can grab him real quick here. Hey, Haas, it's Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, how is the track out there tonight, Haas? Is it I know it's relatively flat. Is it things a little slick out there? It looks like passing is not the easiest thing in the world.
Definitely not easy to pass tonight. Yeah, I kind of had a little damage on that first stage there, so I was slow, but I don't know, we went and got some fuel here, see what happens. Maybe we can make it to get a couple more cautions.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to real quick?
Yeah, shout out to everybody watching out there, and you put on a good show for us, so thanks.
All right, buddy. Good luck, man. Put you back down to admin channel.
Copy that.
Can I? Okay. Haas getting ready to go back to work here. The rest of the field, they're coming around, and Newman's up there. Pace truck is getting ready to peel. There he goes down on the pit road. It'll be lap 72 when they take the green flag once again. Go all the way down what used to be the front stretch before they and go around the corner before they can actually get going once again. That's got to be one of the longest breaks. You know, when you see the pace truck or pace car, whatever the case may be, goes on the pit road, that's got to be the longest anticipated restart on the season. And they're racing once again. And Newman back to business. Look at Yates once again, trying to see if he can get in there and get that 41. He's getting a little closer this time. He's almost side by side. Nathan Somerville creeping up on him there as well. Well, I tell you, Dougie Higgins Jr. is really getting some good restarts. Joe Yates, when he was out front, he was kind of running away from him, but give credit to Dougie Higgins Jr. He has been killer on those restarts. The passing isn't that easy. A lot of time it really seems like it's going to be track position out here. And if you're in the front, it's interesting because, like I said, Yates, he was just running away with it. Now Newman, he's out front. Let's see if he had gotten up to about half a second. And let's see if he works up there again. But even if you're not going at that kind of pace that Yates was going, now, in the opening stage of the race, still just to be out front isn't a bad place to be at all. Somerville there, fourth, and William Kern in that fifth spot. And Bill Hales continuing to run along there. Bill, he has a lot of good races, and he doesn't always have the best luck, but you definitely see the 53 truck working his way up there inside that top 10, moving all through the top 10 there. The immediate race. Oh, I just saw, I think that was Somerville tagged the wall. Thought I saw some sparks flying from the 28 machine. A little further back, Kevin Winker, boy, he's trying to make a move on the number 3 here as they go down the back stretch. The 98 Jody Banfield, no, he was back there at 20th spot. Now he's kind of working himself back into the mix here, back up into the top 10, running 9th at the moment. Winker on the high side. Oh, and boy, the 3 truck, I'm not going to say he's holding him up. I don't think he's holding him up, but I tell you, it is just, I'm sure they're battling this track as much as they are each other right now. And boy, things are a little tight through there. There's Mark Beverly, Jesse Weiss, he got a little close there to the number 13. Jesse getting back on that lead lap, now in the 11th position. You know, you go a lap down, 2 laps down, it doesn't matter. You just keep on racing. Because there's a lot more racing to go. We're on lap 77 of 132. Newman, he's only 0.2 of a second ahead of Dougie Higgins, and Higgins getting a little closer this time, folks. I tell you, and they actually are pulling away from Yates now, 3/4 of a second, just about behind them. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make a move on the number 12 there, Michael Newman. And sometimes you figure, you know, you want to be patient, but I tell you, sometimes when you feel that you're getting a run on that guy, it's hard to sit back there sometimes. You just want to go. But we've seen these guys, I was about to talk about the tire life, and we've seen these guys do some long stints. They did very well, over 50 laps. And especially a lot of those guys that are up the front. So as long as you take care of your tires, it really can take you a long ways. Higgins, he was getting a little closer. Now he's cooled off just a little bit. Yates is still back there, but he's almost 0.9 of a second back now. Somerville, they're all kind of in this little bit of a limbo here. Somerville not able to get too close himself. Trying to find just a little bit more traction somewhere. Definitely a challenging track to race on, that's for sure. Oh, and we can look at the front, and Higgins, he is door to door with the 12. And is he going to make this stick, folks? I think he might. Yes, he does. He slides in front of the 12. Newman's trying to come back. They go down through the dog leg. Let's see what happens here. Is Dougie going to be able to hold on? Boy, Michael Newman, he's fighting back hard. He almost got his nose ahead of the 41. Higgins battling him hard. Oh, man, they come down the backstretch there. Dougie Higgins, he grabs the lead, and he is trying to take off into the sunset here, folks. 0.4 of a second ahead of Michael Newman. I think Higgins was probably thinking, man, I need to get to the front so I can run the line. I want to be in that clean air. Now I can do my thing, and whether it's save tires or whatever, I can run the line that I really want to run. And if that's going to help his pace, we'll see what happens here. Because that gap is about 4/10. Now it's actually down to about 3/10. So now he's at the front. We'll see what happens, what type of line he runs here, and whether or not Newman can live in his world as far as whatever kind of pace he wants to set. The leader, they set the tone of the race. And sometimes guys can keep up and sometimes they can't. And right now, I'd say it's almost fairly even. Nathan Somerville back there, he's getting very close to the 87 there at Joe Yates. He dives down into the dog leg. It's getting him closer. I think it might be close enough. He kind of gets ahead there for a moment. Yates trying to fight back as they come off what used to be turn 4 back there. So Somerville now in that 3rd position. Well, I don't know if he can hold on to it or not, though. And man, he's coming up on Newman. He almost had to get out of it there just now. He almost got into the back of the 12 there, I think. Got a nice head of steam here. Somerville trying to power his way past the 12. Looks like he's just about done it there. Yep, put him into the 2nd spot, and Joe Yates is coming right along there with him. They both get past Newman, who's now back to the 4th position. He's not ready to give up without a fight, though. Trying to see if he can get that back from the 87 truck. Meanwhile, Somerville, he's trying to check out now, see if he can set his sights on the 41 Doug Higgins Jr. We're on lap 88 of 132. And boy, he's really drawing in on Dougie Higgins Jr. Dougie's starting to get a bit of a rearview mirror full of the 28 of Nathan Somerville. Somerville, now he might be studying him for a while, and I don't know what happened to, I had to go back and check some of my files. I don't know what happened to his driver picture here. I could have sworn it was up there earlier. But Nathan Somerville trying to study the number 41 here. See if he can find a way around. And he's getting super close, folks. He's not quite there yet, but he's really getting close. So we'll see what happens in the next few laps here. Dougie, he's doing a good job to hold him off there, trying to hold off the number 28. Getting ever so close. Closer, about half a truck length back now. Careful not to get into that left rear quarter panel. Because I tell you, boy, man, you go bouncing off the walls around here, it could be 2-3 times before you stop spinning. Especially on that straightaway, that back stretch there. And Somerville pulls the trigger. Tries to dive down on Doug Higgins there, and Higgins fighting back on the high side. Oh, did he scrape? Boy, he's trying to keep off the wall. Man, they're fighting hard coming down there, going into turn 3. Somerville gets the lead. Higgins Jr., he is not ready to give it up, but Nathan Somerville is trying to establish a solid leading position here. He's a good truck length, maybe 2 truck lengths now he's got on the 41. So Nathan Somerville has finally gotten to the point here. Now, once again, Dougie Higgins, he is the hunter once again. He was hunting down Michael Newman for a good little while. And see, in that part of the stint, though, the tires were a lot fresher. And like I was saying, you got to wonder, you know, you finally got up there, but how much did you use your tires, particularly that right front, you know, getting to that lead position? Because right now, this race is going, knock on wood, this race is going at a very good pace. And this very well could be a nice long stint. These trucks are spaced out, and this could be a long one here, where tire degradation is definitely going to come into the play. And who's better at saving their tires? That's going to be the question of the evening here. That's what I'd like to see. Who's going to be the best one saving their tires? And he is falling back a bit. So no, I think he's trying to get there, but he's not there just yet. But he's definitely trying. But seems to be falling back just a little bit. And now the gap is just about 0.7 of a second. And it looks like he's looks like Somerville, he's definitely starting to lead away there a little bit. Evan Schilling making his way down pit road, green flag pit stops. In fact, there's a few more folks already on pit road. There's Michael Newman himself making his way back out. Newman, that was 14.3 seconds, so he probably got tires and fuel for the number 12. Of course, all these guys are going to cycle around here. Mark Beverly making his way down. And of course, naturally, they fall down the order. So now will be a question of how long is Nathan Somerville, how long is he going to stretch this out here? Or how long can he stretch it out? Because they all come back once again. Reset. There we go. Somerville, about 3/4 of a second there on Dougie Higgins Jr. Joe Yates still there. How about Jody Banfield? Is tape boy? Okay, I think Yates, he just pitted. That's how Banfield got ahead of him so quickly. Now Jody Banfield, he pitted on lap 68. Oh, Justin Calloway also pitted on lap 68 along with Jesse Weiss, Nicholas Lawrence. Hoss Beverly pitted on 68, but Shaky pitted on 70. So now we're going to see some interesting tire strategy, like as far as a tire stint here. Who's going to make these tires last? And now Somerville is on pit road. He relinquishes the lead. Dougie Higgins Jr. stays out. We're on lap 102 of 32. And of course, you know, I don't know, once that guy that you've been battling with at the front, once he pits, you know, once he gets out of there, those tires are going to be just, no, obviously, nice fresh tires. And then, like I was about to say, if it were me, I would come in the next lap just to stay on the same tire cycle as that guy that I was just battling with, trying to get that lead. Because now, once everybody else pits, all of that's going to cycle back around, and I'm thinking that might take them to the end here, folks. William Kern, he's currently your leader. You've got Holland and Beverly behind them, but that's not for position. They're 1 and 2 laps down respectively. Kern's still staying out at the moment.
Yellow flag.
Oh my goodness! And this could be good for him because some folks are a lap down. Somerville's a lap down. There's let's see, Higgins. I think he's a lap down as well. Yes, he is. And caution is out. And I think it had something to do with Nathan Somerville, perhaps. It's showing. Is that right? Why would it? Let's see. It's caution. Did something happen to Nathan there? Let's take a look at that and see. He must have spun or something here. Let's roll it here slow motion. There's nobody around him at all. So not sure what happened to him there. Let's run at regular speed. He just lost it on his own. Oh boy, that was close. Whoever that was, they almost got collected. But yeah, that spin, and he was stationary just long enough to trigger the caution, but doesn't look like he got any damage at all. So he will continue on, and I think that was, I couldn't tell who that was that avoided him. It wasn't Kern. Now, it might have been Eric Hagel that just did squeeze by. I thought I saw a flash of Red Bull, and it might have been the 11 truck that just did get by and avoid having to possibly use a faster there. So now we've got Kevin Winker at the point here. And let's see. He's got Haas Beverly right in front of him. Haas, he's one lap down along with Somerville. Because Beverly is between him and the pace truck, so Haas Beverly, he'll get that wave around. So that'll get him back on the lead lap. But let's see, where's Callaway? Jesse Callaway is back there. He's the number 9. He's behind Winker, so I would think he's going to have to go to the end of the longest line, and anybody else who's not on the lead lap, boy, I tell you, there's a lot of guys who got caught a lap down. Right now we're showing 8 trucks on the lead lap. Nicholas Lawrence, he's on the tail end of the lead lap. In fact, I think he got a lap back. He might have been the first truck. He might have been in the lucky dog position, and he would have had to have been. Let's go back up the front here. So everybody, with the exception of Haas Beverly, who should get a wave around, I think everybody else is going to, those guys that would have cycled through once all the other green flag pit stops have been made, they're kind of stuck now, and they would have to hope that there's a few more cautions, and whoever's in the lucky dog position can one by one make their way back onto the lead lap. But I don't know, unless things get very rowdy in a hurry. You know, these guys, they've been really battling this track out here tonight. A few more of them just dove into the pits. Somerville, he's making his way down. Tyler Beverly just coming off of pit road. And we're getting ready to come around to get the one to go, I believe. Lights, let's see, yep, lights are off on the pace truck. And it'll be 24 to go. There's Haas Beverly getting that wave around, so that'll put him on the tail end of the lead lap. And everybody else from 9th place on back is at least 1 lap down. So that's not a bad situation to be in if you're on the lead lap and you got half the field, or a little over half the field, a lap down. Pace truck is in. And they're going to have to go down that long stretch before they get the green flag. Kevin Winker right where he wants to be. He's got fresh tires, and now we'll see what he can do there. He's got William Kern, Eric Hegel, Jesse Wise.
Green flag, green flag.
All right there behind him. He drops the hammer, and he is taking off here, folks. Hegel's there in that second place, goes deep into the dog leg. Boy, Van Schaik, he got real close to the 20 of William Kern, and look at Hegel. He is ready to take it to the 42. He might get him. They're going down the backstretch. Boy, Winker's going to have to fight for this one. We got Richard Holland the third. He must have did a spin there. We stay green. He spun or whatever, but he kept moving quick enough to not trigger another caution. Eric Hegdel is now your leader. What happened to Winker? He fell into the clutches there. Van Schaik in the 17 of Will Rhino. Well, I tell you, he's in some trouble now. He's under attack by the 17. Looks like Rhino's going to get by him as well. Here comes Mark Beverly. I think Beverly.
Yellow flag is out.
Okay, we do have a caution here. That's Nicholas Lawrence. Looks like he might have just had a self-spin there. Doesn't look like there's any damage on the number 8, so that's going to help at least one guy. Let's see. And there's Hegdel, and there's nobody in front of him. So whoever the lucky dog is, which would be the 13 of Mark Beverly, I'm thinking Mark Beverly is going to get the lucky dog position. And I'm thinking he'll be the one to get the wave around. Let's see if I'm right here. It looks like he's the one, the first truck lap down. And boy, even with these cautions, these laps are clicking down. And there he goes. Mark Beverly, lucky dog. Come on around to the tail end of the field. So now that puts Eric Hegdel, he's right there with William Kern in that second position. Charles Van Schaik in the third position. Will Rhino fourth. Jesse Weiss, he's in the 69th, number 69. He's in the fifth position. Remember at the beginning of the race, Jesse, he was, look at where he is there. He's right there in front of, who is that he's in front of? Now he's in front of Yates, but Yates is not on the lead lap. So how is that for some sweet irony? He was battling to stay ahead of the 87. He's in front of the 87, but they're a lap apart. So that just goes to show how quickly your fortunes can change. It is never over till it's over. Mark Beverly, lucky dog, now getting the chance to come down pit road. And let's see if he gets just some fuel, or he might go ahead and put fresh Goodyears on that number 13 machine. Comes down and hits his marks. He looks like he's opting to just get left sides only for the 13. He's down and away, 8 seconds flat. He is away. So that is his strategy call for this part of the race here. 20 laps to go. Meanwhile, your leaders are coming around, and I believe they'll be getting the one to go this time around. Once they get around there. Lights should be going out on the pace truck this time, and yes, they do. So it'll be 18 laps remaining when we get the green flag. So everybody's in position. 9 trucks on the lead lap. 10th place, number 9, Jesse Calloway, right now is in the lucky dog position. So he would be the next driver to get a lap back should there be another caution and he's not involved. Pace truck is in. They slowly go past the pace truck. It goes down pit road. Let's see what William Kern can do with Hegdel. Hegdel, boy, they basically mugged Kevin Winker on that last restart. And Eric Hegdel, he says, "You're not getting me tonight, Bubba." And he takes off. Van Schaik is right there. He gets a little bit of a jump on William Kern, I believe, as they race down. Hegdel with a nice restart there. Boy, these guys are battling back here. There's Will Reinhold in that 4th position. Jesse Weiss in the 69. Michael Newman there in the 7th position. He was up at the front. There's the 42 there. Kevin Winker in the 6th position, trying to work his way back up through the field. 17 laps to go. Everybody continues to race clean. Your leader right there, Eric Hegel. That gap is starting to come back down again. Boy, Charles Van Schaik, we have not, I don't think he even led a lap tonight. I don't believe he has. Saving his best for the end of the race here.
Caution.
Oh, we got a caution. Let's see. Oh, and it's Nathan Somerville. Let's see. Oh, and he just looked like he just jumped to the pits. And I think Schilling, I don't know how much damage he has. This truck doesn't look as bad. It's got the stripe on the right side of the truck. But let's go back and take a look. And that might have been game over for the 28 there. There he is, the 28. And let's see. I don't know if somebody got loose in front of him or not. That's the 36, I believe, in front of him, Nathan Bogart. And he's getting close. And I don't think, did he make contact with the 30? Oh, he might have made a little bit of contact. Nobody's spinning or anything. Oh, and here comes the, who is that down on the inside? That is the 18. And, okay, from that angle, it couldn't, let's go back and look at it from a different angle here. And let's roll that again. And, yeah, let's look at it from this one. That's 18 Evan Schilling, because he was involved with this as well. And they're super close. He's going down in the dog leg, and Somerville is going through, and they got together there, and that wasn't a good result for either one of them. Oh, and he just got hung up. You know, that's one of those little glitches. Look, it's like the truck kind of gets hung up in that virtual wall. You can see Schilling there also spinning. I think he was able to lock it down before he got to the wall and stuff. But Somerville, both of them, that was a rough night for both of them. And Schilling's out there. Somerville is in the pits. It's possible that it may be game over for the 28. 14 laps to go. I mean, it didn't look like he had that much damage, but he's already at least a lap down, probably more now. So no realistic chance of a comeback at all. He was trying to make his way back up through the field. John Sciolino making his way down to his pit box. Him and Evan Schilling. Schilling also coming in. He is just coming down, stopping at his box. I think they're the only two on pit road. Tyler Beverly just exited. Beverly 14.7 seconds, 14.9 there for Schilling. Sciolino, I'm sorry, that's Sciolino, I'm sorry. And where is Schilling? Schilling, now he just finished 18.2 seconds. He might have had a little bit of damage that he had to sit there for before he could release that truck. So things starting to heat up just a little bit here. 13 laps to go. They should be getting the 1 to go next time around, which will make it 11 when they take the green flag. Lights are out on the pace truck. It's Eric Hegel, Lynn Kern, Will Reinhold, Jesse Weiss, Mark Beverly, your top 5. Followed by Kevin Winker, Michael Newman, Charles Van Schaik, Nicholas Lawrence, and Jesse Calloway. And actually, let's see. Yep, now it's 10 trucks on the lead lap. And so that would put the 53 of Bill Hales in the lucky dog position. They They make their way down the backstretch here. I think right about when they get to turn 3, I think that's the restart zone there.
Green flag, green flag.
Got a green flag, and Eric Hagel, he drops the hammer once again. Wayne Kern taking off at them. Somebody went way deep down there. That wasn't Kern, that was a 17 of Will Rhino. And it looks like that deep run into the dog leg. Boy, he just slid up in front of the 20. Boy, that was super close. There's Kevin Winker. Him and the 69 of Jesse Weiss, they're trying to move in. They've got time. It's 11 laps and make it 10 as they cross the stripe. Winker's not done yet. He's in that 4th position, trying to fight back up there. All these guys pitted on lap, well, the guys around him pitted on lap 105, 106. He pitted on lap 111, so he's got the freshest tires of the bunch of all those guys that he's running around right now.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, and another caution. Let's see. And this one was Jody Banfield. Let's see, where is Jody? I don't even see him. And oh, he's got a bit of damage there on that number 98 truck. Or he might have, looks like he might have nosed it into the wall kind of hard there. Not the best of nights for the 98. Let's go back, take a look and see what happened to Jody here. Okay, he's the number 98 there. He's up there behind Joe Yakes, the number 87. And I think that's Bill Hales, 53, right behind him. Yeah, there they are. And they're making their way there. Looks like Bill Hales is going to go for the move there. And yeah, he wasn't up nearly far enough to try to make a pass on the 98. Stuck his nose in there and, boy, just about collected Dougie Higgins. In fact, well, I guess you could say he did because Dougie Higgins got turned by the 3 and then he pancakes the 98 and the 98 knocks the 8 into the wall. So a nice old chain reaction right there, folks. And, 3 or 4 trucks right there picking up a bit of damage. So things starting to get a little wild and woolly down through the field here. Now 8 laps to go. Who's on pit road? Callaway, he's making his way down pit road. Bill Hales is making his way, and he was involved in that. He just tore the 98 there. Tires and fuel for Hales. There's Jody Banfield. I guess he doesn't have a fast repair. Let's see. It doesn't. I'm trying to look at his truck. It doesn't look. Yeah, I think whatever damage, he must have used his fast repair earlier in the evening because it doesn't look like he doesn't have anything to work with there right now. I mean, the truck doesn't look terribly bad from what we can see here. I mean, it does have some damage, but he'll probably just do what he can to get back out there. So right now, things are rolling Eric Hagel's way. He's getting good restarts from William Kern. I mean, Kern's trying to do something with him, but he's not been able to make any real impression on the number 11. So we'll have to wait and see. I think we've got the 1 to go as they cross the start-finish line. It'll be 5 laps to go when they take the green. Jesse Weiss gone from fighting to stay on the lead lap to now fighting for the win, right up there in that top 5. Kevin Winker still right there in the top 5. Pace truck heads down on the pit road. Eric Hegdell going to try to continue to do what he's been doing on these restarts. He's been getting some pretty good ones. Just has to do it maybe one or two more times until he can see that checkered flag. Rhino, he's been pretty strong though too. We got the green flag and he's got the good reaction time, and I tell you, and look at how far back Rhino is. They all dive down through the dog leg there, but boy, Eric Hegdell, excellent reaction time on that restart. He just really gets them, and I mean, 0.3 of a second so far. Also, William Kern, not a bad restart either. He's no huge danger of getting caught just yet. There's Jesse Weiss now into that third position. He's ahead of Rhino. Rhino himself getting some pressure from the 13, Mark Beverly. And man, they're getting close to doing some door banging back there in the back. As they continue to battle, still about 1/10 of a second between Hegdell and Kern. Right up at the front, William Kern, he's managed to get back up to the second place ahead of Wise. It'll be 2 to go next time they cross the line. And William Kern, what happened to Eric Hegdell? Is he off? Is something wrong? He's going very slowly. I don't know. It may be going wrong for him. It could be a fuel thing. Maybe he got his fuel calculations wrong. But Eric Hegdell is on pit road at the worst possible time. It is 2 to go. William Kern has might as well say 0.7 of a second gap. Oh, and somebody's in the wall back there. Couldn't quite see who that was. Does it trigger a caution? We don't see one yet. Making their way down the backstretch. Next time around, he'll be taking the white flag here. It's Kern, Wise, Beverly, and Callaway.
Caution, yellow
And
flag.
we do have a caution now, and that's for so that's going to trigger green white checker, because he was literally about to take the white flag. All he needed was one more lap, and let's see, that one involved Keith Prince, and he's already on pit road. Hoss Beverly was involved. Let's go back here with Prince and see if we can see, because they were getting really close back there in the mid pack. Now there's Prince in the number 3 truck. Hoss Beverly, the 22, right behind him. And see that's the 35. Richard Holland, the 3rd, 18 there. That's Evan Schilling. The 35 is moving up, and he didn't hit the 8, but I don't know. Or did he hit the 8? It was so close, but he definitely hit the wall, that's for sure. And let's look at it from the 3's roof cam here. The 35 is way down on the inside, and unless the truck got away from it, I mean, he just came right up the track, and I don't think he really meant to do that. He just did get caught his right rear on the 3, and that's what got them going around. And and that's what caught the 22 there, Hoss Beverly, and whoever happened to be coming along. Oh, that was, who was that? The 23 that just did get by. I think that was Van Schaik that just got by, but man, that was most unfortunate for those guys. So now we're in a green-white checker situation, and I believe they have 3 shots at it. I think William Kern will be happy with just one. He wants to wrap this up and go home. And Jesse Weiss now in the 2nd position. Mark Beverly in that 3rd spot. Justin Callaway 4th. Charles Van Schaik in the 5th position. Michael Newman is 6th. Kevin Winker is, I think Winker's actually 7th, I believe, or 8th. Will Rhino is where he's positioned right now. He's showing in the 7th position. And so that would make Joe Yates in the 9th spot. And Winker is actually coming down pit road. And it was only 9 trucks on the lead lap. Or Cassie Bogart, the 36, Nathan Bogart, he's on pit road. Well, he was on pit road. And he's showing on the tail end of the, so it's still 10 trucks on the lead lap. Of course, under caution. So Winker, he'll get in, and I think right now he's just trying to get that truck fixed just enough to get to the checkered flag. It's pretty much just academic right now for Winker as he makes his way out. Trying to
Hang on, we're not going green.
And
not going green.
they're waving off the restart, so I guess they're trying to make sure that the field is situated the way it's supposed to be. Get everybody where they're supposed to be. Now William Kern, he's right there behind the pace truck. He's a good little ways behind the pace truck there. So they waved it off. We'll take a quick break and possibly be back for the conclusion here. Hey, you're watching the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. It's the winning bid 125 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we are back, and what could be the conclusion of this race, and we will see what happens. Pace truck is on pit road. Does William Kern, does he have anything for Eric Hagel? We're about to find out. Got the green flag, and there they go. And Kearns, and how about Mark Beverly down on that inside, trying to grab second. He's got it. And he is on a charge. Boy, William Kern is right there as well. Oh, and Beverly gets turned around. He catches, he collects the 23. Oh, big pile up. Several trucks involved. Oh, man. He got caught up there with Van Shake. I think I just saw the 18 truck. Evan Schilling there, Haas Beverly. Oh, my goodness. Eric Hagel, he's still your leader. William Kern made it through as well. Now it's Jesse Calloway, one of the last 4 or 5 that were up at the front that have continued to survive. And this will be the second opportunity now for a green-white checker. Well, I tell you, they have 3. You never really think they will use them, but they're on number 2 now. And wow, this is everybody's just really getting up on the wheel now for sure. Winker's down on pit road once again. The truck itself looks like it's okay, but you never know how much damage he's had, and it probably was optional repairs, and he might just be trying to look like I think he just used a fast repair. I think he's been trying to just pit farm that truck as much as possible, and now he's just saying, no, I'm going to go ahead and use the fast repair. I'm just inside the top 10. But I mean, with the green-white checker situation, that's not enough time to come from 9th place. Unless you get like super lucky and some kind of crazy trucks flying all over the place and you know, have one of those days of thunder moments or something. But at least the truck is 100% right now, and whatever happens, he's ready to go get after it. So now it's showing Hagel, and it's showing Jesse Calloway in the second position with Michael Newman now in that 3rd spot. know, did I miss something? William Kern, he's actually, he must have got caught up in something. Okay, Kern, he must have got caught up in that because he's not even out there. He's on pit road. I think he might have put it behind the wall there because I think he's showing his out. And that is a shame because, boy, he's been putting up a nice battle as they've been trying to get this race over with. And in these last couple of restarts, he's been right there with Hegel, trying to hold on and see if he can have anything there for the number 11. Hegel just praying to get this green-white checker. And one thing's for sure, he knows that, well, there can only be one more. So regardless, you know, I know he would like for it to be this time around. We'll see what happens. I believe the pace truck is on, oh no, they're getting ready to get the one to go this time around. So they have to go all the way down the, what's considered the front stretch here, well, through the dog leg. And once they get down to the other end there, the pace truck, he'll pull on the pit road and they'll all just mosey on down the back stretch. And get ready. You know, they do get a good launch. You know, he's been getting some very good launches on those restarts. So that's one thing that he's definitely got going for him, for sure. Of course, you know, Newman, he's still there, and Callaway up on the high side. How about Joe Yates? He kind of worked himself right back up there near the front there. Ryan Holt, he's right there, and Charles Van Schaik. He got caught up in that wreck, and I guess he didn't get as much damage as we thought he did because he's right there. Here we go, folks. Hang on.
Green, green, green.
We got the green flag, and we're coming to the line. Another great start there for the number 11. Jesse Callaway.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, yeah. You know what they say sometimes? Cautions breed caution. And oh my goodness, now this one involved Kevin Winker and Will Reinhold, and kind of figure it's probably these guys that were really trying to. It looked like, I think Van Schaik might have been caught up in it. Oh, he's got engine damage. I was about to say that last caution, he was involved in that one. He didn't get as much damage, but yeah, this one just about took him out altogether. Definitely, if he has a faster car, he's definitely going to have to use it this time for sure. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. And pretty much sure this was just like a typical, you know, how things get on these restarts. They just got the green flag again, and they're racing down through the dog leg. There's Van Schaik and the 87 Yakes and right in front of Winker. Unless something happened in front of him and he got caught up in it, they're racing along, and he's making, look like he's going to try to get up along the 37 as they go along. Oh, I see what's happening. The 17 is already in trouble. Rhino, he was up against the wall. And then it was like two separate collisions there. Winker, he also got caught up there with, who was that? Van Schaik, I believe it was. I thought he was getting ready to pass him, tell you the truth. So there was two sets of trucks there. Everybody just had a bit of a coming together. So this will be it. This is the third and final green-white checker situation available to them tonight. And it's almost ironic that it comes down to this because, man, they had a long green flag stint. And we've seen these guys have some long green flags. And this place is just really, it's just the way it is, the nature of trying to pass here. It is definitely not the easiest place to pass at all. And I think Phoenix is just hitting some folks here left and right. But finally, Hegel can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Now he just has to get to the end of the tunnel first. He just has to keep doing what he's been doing. You know, Newman, he's in that second spot. been trying to hang in there with him. Hasn't really been able to get the better of him on the restarts, but he's definitely been there. No one has caught him either. Callaway's right there. You know, he's been giving it his all. Joe Yates in that 4th position. Then we have John Sciolino. He's got, well, because of some of this attrition here, he's got himself in that 5th spot there. Evan Schilling is still in the mix there in that 6th position. Pace truck is on pit road. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he isn't. I thought he was already. They're getting ready to get the one to go here. Should be the one to go this time as he goes by. And I think it's Dougie Higgins Jr. Yep, he's the lucky dog. So he will get the wave around. So that will put him, let's see, was he 1 lap down, or let's see, where is he? I can't, he's 15th. And there's Seth Boy. He was showing 15th, but there was like 3 or 4 guys there in front of him that are still on pit road that are, who knows, probably damaged to the point where they probably won't make it out with the finish of the race. So he just gained 2-3 spots right there. So now he's in the 13th position. He's still 3 laps down, but at least he got a lap back.
Green, green, green.
And we got the green flag. Here we go, folks, for the final time. This is it. If there's a caution, it ends under yellow. And well, how about Jesse Callaway? He's really going after the 12 of Michael Newman, and he gets him in the second position. Is Newman going to try to fight back? Hegel, he's up there 3/10 ahead of them. He looks like he's okay. They're going door to door. Eric Hegel, he's coming down to take the white flag, which is now in the air. It's a battle for second position. Michael Newman goes down deep, trying to get past the number 9, but Callaway, he's fighting back, trying to hold him back there. He might have a good position here now. Meanwhile, at the front, looking pretty good. 4/10 of a second for Hagel. Checkered flag is in the air. The number 9 of Callaway, almost a last-minute dash, but it's not going to be enough. Eric Hagel will hold on and finally get that checkered flag for the win here tonight at Phoenix. The end has finally come, and I know Eric Hegel is finally can take a breath now. He has finally got over that checkered flag. So congratulations to the number 11 here. And let's see. Looks like Newman, he ended up in the second spot there with Callaway in the 3rd position. Eric Hagel, your winner here tonight at Phoenix. And we'll go ahead and get the guys into the, let's see, Michael, he's already there, so we got to get Jesse, and got to get Jesse Callaway and Eric in there as well. Let's find everybody. Where is Jesse? And I see Eric there. We'll move him on up. Move him up there, and I guess we're looking for, are they there? Yep, they're there. We'll hop on down there with them. Okay, folks, we are here in Victory Lane here with your top 3. Hey, Eric, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, congratulations, man. I tell you that, I bet you figure, man, is the end ever going to come?
Yeah, honestly, I was just happy to get that penalty reversed. Didn't feel like I jumped it, and luckily they started a lot of that and gave me my spot back. But definitely definitely didn't expect it. I sped on pit road early in the race and stuck in the back and got put in the wall, and
didn't think I had a chance, and then that caution came out at a perfect time. And it sucks with Dougie, my teammate. I know he got screwed over by that, but luckily I just able to stay in front, and I had a extra set of tires on pit road, so I was wanting to come down before I got penalized to get tires, but I knew if I give up that track position, it's going to be hard to get it back. And it was good racing it with Jesse and Michael there at the end, and just happy to come home with the win.
Absolutely. It seemed like that track position is king out there tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pass, and yeah, it's like if you can just get some clean air, you're going to be in pretty good shape. So yeah.
10-4. Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just thank my teammates and sponsors, Butt Kicker and Winning Bid Diecast Auctions and Sonic Racing Chassis. They painted my truck, and all the admins. They do a great job, and all the competitors, and ready for next week.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, now. Hey, Michael, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, boy, that got interesting real quick at the end there, man. Congratulations on that second place finish.
Yeah, right about. I kind of figured we were top 3 truck, and we showed speed early on too in the race, and then led there for a little bit before the green flag stops. But yeah, that was a wild one. There was definitely some tempers flaring, but you're gonna have that when you have a track like this. There's so many different lanes you can race, and
right,
and one stretch works.
I tell you, man, and but man, you managed to hold on. You and avoided a lot of things getting a little crazy there with the cautions at the end. And did you almost get caught up in anything?
Yeah, actually, after green flag stops ended, I think Somerville ended up spinning on fresh tires, and I ended up getting the lucky dog. So everybody's a lap down, I think, at the time, besides the top 8, and I had to restart in the back. So I was just going to take it easy, wait for another caution, and the 45 and I actually got together, which ruined the steering there for a little bit. Other than that, thankfully, I felt like I was away from most of it. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still trying to catch my breath after that.
I tell you, man, that's like, man, that was something. And like I was telling the audience, we had 3 green white checkers, and doggone if y'all didn't use them all. But that race did not want to end. But man, congratulations again. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Ultra Federal Credit Union sponsoring the truck every single week. Give a shout out to all the Beverleys for running this. I know I haven't been able to talk to you, Tony, but shout out to you for doing the broadcast as well. Butt Kicker, Winning Bid Diecast, and all the sponsorships for the league.
10-4, man. Well, thank you for the compliment there, and you guys really put on a great show every week. And so go enjoy that second position, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, and hopefully talk to you again. Have a good weekend.
Okay, you too now. Hey, Jesse, you got a copy?
Hey, man, I got you.
Man, I tell you, you survived to the end. Congratulations. I mean, it really got to be a case of survival out there after those last 3 or 4 cautions. Man, I tell you, trucks are just going everywhere. And boy, any close calls for you out there?
Yeah, I got into a few times. I don't even know with who. I got some damage and to my fast repair, and then it was like after that, all hell broke loose, and I managed to make it through all that somehow. It's just a game of attrition, really, and I knew that was probably going to be my only way to get up front because I was barely a top 10 truck probably, so I kind of got lucky.
Did you almost expect there to be a high attrition towards the end?
Yeah, I did. I kind of felt like stuff was going to go down at some point, so I was kind of just hoping to make it through. We were all pretty aggressive there, so it was bound to happen.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations on that third anyway, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
I appreciate it. My family watching, my wife, my son, just everybody watching out there, and all the league sponsors and the Beverleys, and my teammates, Yates, Somerville, Lawrence, and Wise. Thanks, everybody.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you guys next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Okay, folks. Well, that will do it for us here tonight. And boy, I tell you, well, what a race that was. And let's go ahead and let's bring up the race results here. And of course, we have Eric Hegdo, your winner. Michael Newman in the second position. Jesse Calloway third. John Sciolino fourth. Joe Yakes fifth. Evan Schilling is sixth. Hoss Beverly seventh. Bill Hales in the eighth position. Tyler Beverly ninth. Keith Prince rounds out the top 10. Then we have Dougie Higgins 11th. Will Rhino 12th. Nathan Bogart 13th. Charles Van Schaik 14th. Kevin Winker 15th. Mark Beverly in the 16th position. Jesse Weiss 17th. 18th is William Kern. 19th is Jody Banfield. Richard Holland 30 finishes out the top 20 there. And then let's move it down a little bit more. In 21st, Rick LePage, Nicholas Lawrence 22nd, Nathan Somerville 23rd, and Cody Terlindi in the 24th position. And boy, it has been a wild race here tonight, folks. And we, as always, want to thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. And so for all of us, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.